Okay, so we were plugging this one in our calculator, which I know we had plugged it in, and then I think we had Zoom Fit, and I probably don't still have it in my calculator, but let me look and see if I do. Did I do it on the screen calculator, or did I do it here?
You did it on that one.
Oh, I did. There it is. Yay. I think this is it. No, dang it, it's not it. It's calculus. Whew. Okay, I'll do it. You do have it on yours?
Yes.
I'll put it up there that way, so the video can see it. Okay, so, yeah. So there it is. Looks like that. And we're looking for the place where the two things intersect, and it intersects twice, but the one that intersects over there is in the negative, and that is not useful for us anyway, because this is an actual word problem. So we can do menu and 6 and analyze graph and find the intersection. And there it is. Hold on, I'm going to grab it and move it because I can't read it. Ah, 4. All that, and the answer is 4. Wow. So, great. Okay, now you have to be careful and recognize what the question asked us. Let's go back and just look at where the question was worded. What fare increase will... Okay, so the answer was 4, but the question asked what fare increase. Well, remember what your x value represents. That's why we do a let statement. My let statement says a quarter increase. So your answer's not actually 4.
So it's 4 times 2.5, which should be $1.
$1. So your fare increase is actually $1. So be careful about how they ask the question. And sometimes it might say, what fare will produce a revenue of? In which case, this one would have been 11, because you would have had the fare increase and added it to the original fare. So just make sure that you are careful about how they ask the question. And that right there is why we do a let statement, so that we can go back and say, okay, now what is x again? Okay, so next, a shared work problem.
You divide, you have to divide. You decide for yourself what x will be.
Yes, yes. Okay. This is called a shared work problem. We've done lots of these. I actually like these. I think they're kind of fun. So we have, it says one company can clean up an oil spill in 2 days less time than their competitor. Working together, they clean up a spill in 10 days. How long does it take for each company to clean up if they work independently of each other? So this is a great place for a let statement, because there's 2 ways you could do this. We could say company number 1 is X, which would make, with the company that they mentioned, this first company, we could call them X. And if they're X, then our second company takes them 2 days more, so they would be X plus 2. Or You could write it the other way, because this does say in 2 days less time, which indicates subtraction. So you could call the other company Company X, and call this company X minus 2. Doesn't matter, you just have to keep track of which one's which. Hey! Good, it's good to see you.
I know.
I miss you.
I know, I miss this class too.
I was thinking about you this morning and thinking, I wonder if she even misses math.
I do miss it sometimes.
A little bit.
Whenever I see other people, like, I'm like, I don't remember that. I don't remember that.
Have a good day.
You too.
Okay. So, it doesn't matter which way we do it, so I'm just going to say, let X equal first company meaning this company, which means the other company is going to be X plus 2. And I'll just call them the competitor. Alright, so now shared work problems are always rational. They're always fractions. So these are the problems that I love to watch, like during, there usually is one on the ACT or the SAT, but they're definitely on the TSI test, TSTI test, or whatever that test is that you have to take in order to take college algebra, that one. They're definitely on there, and I love to sit and watch because y'all students forget how to do them, and they do all this crazy stuff, or writing dots on the page and counting dots and putting dots together and like crazy stuff, like trying to figure it out. In reality, these are actually so easy. The first company can clean up one oil spill in X amount of time. That's the first company. The second company can clean up one oil spill in X plus 2 amount of time. If they work together, that'll be addition, then they can clean up one oil spill. They're still, it didn't change the fact that it's one oil spill in 10 days. So that's it. That's our problem. So now it's just 1 over x plus 1 over x plus 2 equals 1 over 10. So we need an LCD. So remember, when you get an LCD, you have to use each piece. There's an x. There's an x plus 2. And a 10.
I feel like X is going to equal 4. I just have this feeling.
We'll see. So everything has to be multiplied by the LCD. Then you go through and cancel what cancels. So on the first fraction, the x cancels. And I got 10x plus 20. I went ahead and distributed my 10. Over here, the x plus 2 cancels, and I got plus 10x. Equals, the 10 cancels, and I get x squared plus 2x. And now it's a quadratic, which is why it's in the quadratic applications problems, even though it started out rational. Combine like terms, move everything to one side because it is quadratic. So this will be 20x. And I'll move it over there, so it's going to be
18.
x squared minus 18x minus 20. There are no factors of 20 that equal 18. Boo. So what does that mean we have to do?
Quadratic formula.
Yes, unfortunately. So quadratic formula. So the quadratic formula is negative b plus 2 minus square root b squared minus 4 is equal to 2a. Then it's just simplifying. break down 404. Right now, I'll be honest with you, I don't remember on this assignment if they're asking me for an exact answer, one with a radical, if they're asking for a decimal answer. So I am going to go ahead and break this down and give you the exact answer, and then we'll get the decimal answer also. Let's see, 2 and 202. I know one won't break down, will it? Yeah. So I got 2 square root of 101. So now I have 18 plus or minus 2 square root 101 over 2. Outside pieces simplify with outside pieces. So that would give me 9 plus or minus square root of 101. We don't need the negative answer because it won't work because it's time if I'm negative. So the only one I need is 9 plus the square root of 101.
So that's the first company.
Which is 19.0499. Right, which is, again, if you go back to your let statement, that's the first company. Which means the second company would be 21.04. Is the competitor. That's it. So, now y'all tell me about that.
Okay, it's on.
Oh, I have one here. A rectangle is 5 times as long as it is wide if the area is 125 square feet on its perimeter. One like that.
No, it's like it gives you the perimeter and the area.
Hold on, let me see. Oh, yeah. Here's one. Got it. This is a geometric problem. Yeah. I was doing geometry last night. My nephew called from Dallas and was like, I need your help. I had to do geometry. I was like, okay, give me a second. I remember, so it's good. Okay. Really? I can't spell. Dimensions. Go. Okay. Find the dimensions of a rectangle whose area is 180 centimeters squared and whose perimeter is 54 centimeters. So let's write what we know. I know area formula is length times width, and I know the perimeter formula is 2L plus 2W. Everybody remember that? Okay, so then they gave me area, so I know 180 equals length times width, and I know 54 equals 2L plus 2W. Now here's the problem. I cannot solve a problem with 2 variables in it unless I have 2 equations. Oh wait, I do have 2 equations. So it's just a system of equations. Now, you get to decide how you want to solve it. You can, typically, our favorite method is elimination, where we set them on top of each other and add straight down. That won't work on this one, because this is multiplication and this is addition. So that kind won't work. So your other option is to graph the 2 and find where they intersect, which means you have to solve them both for a variable, or to graph one and substitute it in, which is probably the easiest thing to do. So probably just because it would be easier to solve, I would solve this one for one of the 2 variables. It doesn't matter which variable. So let's just solve it for W.
So 180 over L.
Yeah, so 180 over L. So W equals 180 over L. Now that I know that, then I can take this W and plug it right there.
Oh,
So now I have 54 equals 2L plus 2 times 180 over L. Okay. So if I simplify that, I have 2L plus 360 over L. I'm going to clear the fraction, because I think that that will make my life easier. Remember how you clear a fraction? You multiply everything by the denominator. So that gives me 54L equals 2L squared plus 360.
and you have a quadratic.
And now it's a quadratic. So I'm going to move everything to one side. And I have a GCF of 2. Is that factor? Other factors of 180? I feel like there should be 2 as well.
18 and, no, not 18 and 10.
What is it? 9
9
and...
and something.
Quick reminder, you can always put it in your calculator. I put in 180 divided by x, and then I can go down the little table. Can't see it really very well, but... And I'm looking for the two that combine to give me 27. Maybe not L. Nope. Oh, 12 and 15.
Perfect.
Duh. Okay. So L plus L minus 12 and L minus 15. So L equals 12 and L equals 15. Which, that's your two. That's your two dimensions. One would be your width and one would be your length.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yep.
Alright, I'm gonna head back and see.
Okay. Awesome.
But thank you. And I may be in here tomorrow morning early
Okay.
in case I have any questions.
Okay.
I'll ask you in a little bit and see what y'all are. Alright, sounds good. I don't even know if it's like